little handle on it. It's got a handle. Look at this big, huge, gigantic, super-sized tub that I have in my hand. This is the answer to saving your hair. It is another multitasker. Again, when Dennis's mom was going through what she was going through and he wanted to find something, right, that was by nature, that didn't have all the harsh chemicals, he also wanted to make things easy for her. So why not give me something that's your shampoo? It's your conditioner, it's your detangler, it's your shine enhancer, and it is the best hair treatment. This is exfoliating, cleansing, conditioning. It's got those probiotics that Dennis was talking about, which is gonna give you that balance in your hair in a huge super size. This is almost half off of the mega size. You can either do it in the pure unscented with no scent in it, and the brand new, we have not had an opportunity to have a presentation with this yet, Matcha Love. It is my more limited of my two. It is my newest scent of this. I either, again, will run out of this quantity, or the 2 days that this event price is available is gonna expire at the end of the weekend, one of two, 096858. Dennis, when you make things multitaskers, I mean, I'm telling you, you do multitasking so different than everybody else, because usually if you say multitasking, it's mediocre across the line for all the things that it does. You don't do it that way. It is premium luxury in every category that you're hitting.
They ruined it for me because it becomes harder, because a lot of people tend to think when they hear multitask, it's not gonna work that good. Trust me, when my mom, when she fell ill, it wasn't about, hey, I wanted to create a multitasker because that's what's missing. No, it was about, I didn't have time to make 5 products, and she didn't have time, but I always knew that I can combine it. It's me that's in the lab, so I understand how these things mix, and it's hard to keep a stable emulsion, and that's the issue why you don't see them, or why they're not that great. I perfected it, 20 years of tweaking and tweaking, and this was born, the cleansing treatment. And it was a lot of common sense. When you go and do a treatment for your hair, you have to have a shampoo and conditioner, or you replace your conditioner with it, but there's a lot of steps to it. But you have to wash it out of your hair. Well, the logic, if you're putting it in your hair and it's a treatment, now you're gonna wash it out. That means you're washing out all the benefits. Because shampoos, they can be harsh, and they're gonna strip everything out. So how do you fix that? Well, make a treatment that's self-cleansing, but not a big head full of lather, like over-cleansing, balance. The whole thing with this whole brand now is balancing, and that's what I was able to create. But today, super excited. This is the official, well, not the official launch, but the second time I get to present it. But these two, they're all about volume. These are my volumizing cleansing hair treatment. They said it couldn't be done, because when you put so much hydration into hair, it's hard to get volume. Well, true, but not if you have the right amount and you know how to seal that cuticle. And we scored 180% increase in hair volume using the Pure. Like 1 teaspoon of product, something so conditioning that you get a 94% reduction in breakage, on our cleansing treatments, but 180% increase in volume. That's amazing. That is so hard to achieve. AHAs, that was the solution. I needed something outside of the shampoo world to cleanse, to get rid of the buildup what sits on the outside. So fruit acids, ran a test, wanted to see how it worked, and it worked phenomenally. You don't feel them, you don't see them, but they're there. Once you put this into your hair and you activate it with water, you can use it just like your shampoo. You don't even have to apply it dry. You go into the shower, get wet, teaspoon of product, work it through. You're gonna get, I used to say froth. You're gonna get lather with this one. Not a big head of lather, but a creamy lather, a good for you lather. And it activates the AHAs, let it sit for 2 minutes, and you rinse it out. There's clays in these two as well. That's your mechanical exfoliation. So it's very gentle, very light. That's just there to remove what's sitting on the outside of your hair. And that's how we achieved the volume. So it's like this formula comes alive. It does it in steps, it adapts. It's so simple. This is what you're going to use. You can use it in place of your shampoo, conditioners. So in other words, you can treat your hair every time you go to wash it, and that's why I'm giving you a bucket. So you have 100 applications. So you're getting a whole lot of product. And again, I took the water out. So you're going to apply the water so you really get your money's worth. And that also keeps the integrity and the potency of the products in the bucket lasting longer. Water is the enemy when it comes to hair care, my opinion, because it basically, there's no benefit to it. We need it to be alive, but your hair weakens from water. So the more that I can get rid of it from the product, you can put it in because it's just a simple splash that you need to do. The benefits are huge. 94% reduction in breakage, 180% increase in volume on a treatment. I've never seen that before.
Well, everything you just said, Dennis, is why this is a $71. This is day in and day out, $71 that you would normally spend on this. Look, everything that Dennis said, yes, yes, and yes. I'm just gonna talk to the simplicity. My girls and guys that are just simplistic, like Tina, I don't like a lot of things and bottles and step 1 and step 2, and I need to do this and do that, and pretty soon your shower gets all, you know, clamored up with all these bottles. One thing, it's one tub that you need in the shower. That's it. And when we were looking at all the different ladies, and we have several different ladies here live in the studio, do you want to know the one thing you noticed? We had some with short hair. We had some with color treated hair. We have some with curly hair. We have some with textured hair. We have some with all gray hair. And we know when our hair goes gray, it's a different texture to it. You want to know what it is? All hair types, Dennis, because you start going, if you stood in front of, you know, shampoos and conditioners and hair treatments and shine enhancers, they all say, this is for curly hair, this is for textured hair, this is for limp hair, this is for this hair. You get very overwhelmed. And that overwhelming feeling, and you start feeling like, why is none of this working? It's because it's not addressing everything that you need from the scalp all the way out to the ends. That's what Dennis addresses. Whether you want it in the pure, unscented, you don't want any scent at all, this is just pure, you'll be able to get all of those results, but my brand new, very popular, very limited is my Matcha Love. And if you love that green tea refreshing scent that you get, this is the new one coming from Dennis. This should be $71. We're almost doing half off today. This is our customer favorite weekend. We're doing one of two things. This weekend will end, my 5 flex on everything will end, my prices will end, or my quantity will dissipate, whichever one happens to happen. This is my only full tweaked hour on the day. So if you know somebody that loves tweaked, that, you know, cannot live without, call them now, text them now, tell them to tune in, jump on Facebook, watch us now, because these are amazing deals that Dennis is doing for us. He wants to thank you for making him a huge customer beauty winner. And we say customer favorites, Dennis. Of course, you know, I'm with Amy Morrison on Beauty Report. We have you on so many times. You know, Amy, of course, talks about how you have transformed her hair. She's always like big hair. Her and Amanda are doing hair offs, you know. But you really are so beloved for not only what you put into your products, but what you do not put into your products. And so we as a whole, as a whole universe, we want to thank you for sharing something you made for your mom and your family, and you didn't have to share it with everyone, but you did. So thank you for doing that.
Oh, I appreciate those kind words. Yeah, look, it was for mom and family, and they're the ones that said, "Okay, you need to go. You did it once before, but this one's different. Go show them what you can do." And this one, I made everything myself. I look back and I think, I was like Forrest Gump. I just put my head down and just kept making and making. These were all kind of in my little black book notes that I kept to myself, you know, throughout the years of, I need to try to do this. And it just took, you know, my mom getting ill to now force me to, okay, I'm putting it all together. I went to Nepal, high elevation, looked for plants that were going through the same thing that my mom was going through. And that was the aha moment, just meeting some of these healers in the villages and, you know, getting really spiritual just on, you know, what their beliefs were and why these plants and like these hives, look at them, they're so big, they're 5 feet in diameter. You can't make up this stuff. Like it's just sad because we're forgetting about them. We're getting replaced with chemicals and, you know, without, you know, us wanting to be that way, it's just happening. But I'm trying to stop it because to me, this is what we should be using. It's the best of the best. There's no pollution at that elevation. These bees are 2 inches in length. They fly to the medicinal plants that are higher up the Himalayan mountains. Everything serves a purpose. And with this, it binds moisture. So this was my antidote to get lightweight, hydration, into the hair and into the skin. She was 110 years old, by the way. So those are the ones, when I say the keepers of the villages, that's who I sit and meet, the elders. It's amazing.
Don't forget, these are $71 huge tubs that you're getting. These are normally the big, gigantic $71 size. I have it today for $39.99 with free shipping, 5 flex in the pure unscented or in the brand new Matcha Love 096858. Really quick, Dennis, I have to do a really quick mention on one of the items that gave you one of your big awards on Wednesday when we were talking about our ingredient hunter. It doesn't get any more